Group of Catholic priests and nuns from Kerala. They were punched, accused of forced conversions, their phones snatched away, and this incident coming to light just weeks after similar allegations came from BJP-ruled Chhattisgarh. And now the Syro Malabar Church has written directly to the Prime Minister seeking intervention and justice. BJP's push for Christian votes in Kerala faces a crisis of credibility, one could put it that way. Fresh attacks on Kerala priests and nuns starkly expose the gap between headline outreach and the ground reality. As promises clash with rising anxieties, the real test is whether Kerala's Christians will buy into the BJP's narrative or call out the contradiction. Silence now risks turning these wounds into a decisive ballot box. Backlash come next year. Christians from nearly a fifth of Kerala's population. That's right, the breakup on your screens as well. And their influence spans 1/4 of Kerala's assembly seats. Traditionally, Congress voters. But they are now being wooed by both the BJP and the left. And how is BJP doing that? Well, from Sneha Yatras to church visits. Even Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made publicized visits to churches. They have also promoted Christian leaders like Anil Anthony and George Kurian to raising love jihad fears. The BJP has gone all out in its Kerala outreach. It has positioned itself as the new alternative to Christians disillusioned with the Congress party and the left. So, how is it the BJP placed electorally in the state of Kerala? It has no MLAs in the state assembly and just one elected member of parliament, Suresh Gopi from Thrissur, again a sizable population of Christian community in Thrissur. Its vote share in assembly polls has seen a steady rise as well. Numbers on your screens as well. But will this constant steady rise that we've been seeing, will it translate into seats finally? Will they be able to open their assembly account? They were second across 9 assembly seats back in 2021. Can they perform better this time around? The big questions that we're trying to decode and ask on the show tonight. Can a party claim to stand with Christians in Kerala whilst priests and nuns are targeted in BJP-ruled states? Are repeated attacks on Kerala priests and the nuns putting BJP's Kerala unit in a catch-22 situation of sorts ahead of next year's assembly elections? With me on the broadcast, Professor Ronnie K. Baby, spokesperson, Congress Kerala. Mr. Ratan Sharda, author and political analyst. Always a pleasure to have you with us. Savio Rodriguez, political analyst, joining us on the broadcast as well. And Rahul Ishwar, author and activist. Very warm welcome to you, gentlemen. I'm going to quickly begin with Mr. Sharda on the broadcast here. Mr. Sharda, with my introduction, with what we've been seeing in Odisha and in Chhattisgarh as well, and how aggressively the Kerala BJP unit has been trying to woo the Christian community. Isn't this a classic case of a political party, in this case the BJP, speaking in two different voices? Come Christmas, you want to eat the plum cake with the Christian community in Kerala, but the nuns and the priests are getting beaten up in other states. These other states are also BJP ruled.
You frame the question in a very smart way. First of all, there is no relationship what happens in Kerala, what happens in Chhattisgarh. My basic question is, is there any fundamental right to convert people? Where is the anger? Anger comes from the forceful or by allurement or by cheating, converting people. If that is the case, the people resent that particular kind of conversion, and the term of rice bag is not created by Hindus. It has been created by Christians themselves. And in Kerala also, there is a section of church and Christians who are always with nationalist forces. They have stayed with that. And so if there is a resentment, for example, Lakshman and Saraswati's killing in Odisha, nobody covered that, but you covered, everybody, had research papers on the Australian cleric who was killed very badly. I don't support violence at all. But to say that hectoring or protesting is convergence, are we not aware that Changai Sabhas or these very poorly done superstitious Sabhas to convert people in large numbers are not happening in Odisha or in Punjab or in other places? They are happening. Are we supporting superstitious convergence by the tamasha of getting cured? We should not. And as I said, resentment is there, violence is not justified for that. But to equate that with BJP votes, well, that's for BJP to look out, because people who are there on the streets are not necessarily BJP supporters. And BJP, yes, it is possible to suffer. But at the same time, we cannot whitewash this conversion which happens. Northeast India, for example, the entire separatism was driven by the church. Everybody knows it. And even the forceful change of the script from the local language to Roman script is also known. And a person was murdered because he opposed the conversion to Roman script. So there are so many things that are happening in a very complex manner, which is happening since 1947. Separatism in Northeast, I gave an example. So if this is happening at the same time, do you want bad relations with Christians? Not at all. But is it necessary that this is your mission in life to convert people? I think times have changed. If somebody converts by happily, it's fine. Are we not aware of the maid business in Punjab, in Delhi, where hundreds of people line up in churches to take Jharkhand girls as maids, and their first condition is not to reconvert them to Hinduism. So they are given, they are converted, then they come to Delhi and they are provided as hire for domestic help. Is it ethical? I do not know. Is it moral? I do not know. But these things are happening. So when these things are happening, there are bound to be frayed tempers. Yes, it should be moderated. But for Christians to claim that they will convert, but others should not object, I think that is not right.
All right, I mean, thanks for your opening comments. Have you come in on this? Do you echo along with the points of what Ms. Sharda here is talking about? Do we need to look at Kerala and Chhattisgarh and what happened in Odisha in different silos? Because, opinion pieces doing the rounds, BJP workers miffed with the fact that they couldn't capitalize on the arrest and the subsequent release of those Kerala, nuns. They're saying that we've been doing all the effort on the ground, but we take one step forward and these kind of actions put us 10 steps back.
Kabir, thank you for having invited me on your show. It's always a pleasure to share my views with such wonderful friends of mine and panelists. You cannot look at this issue with a one binocular lens. You have to look at this issue with multiple binocular lenses, firstly. The first issue is about conversions. Are conversions a reality in India? The answer is yes. The conversions are at different layers. There are conversions which are by force, there are conversions which are by allurement, and then there are conversions which are by choice. The constitutions allows you to have your conversion by choice, but forced conversions and allurement conversions are always going to be a question. Secondly, as part of the process of conversion, most of the times demonization of the Sanatan Dharma faith or the Hindu faith is practiced by most of these pastors and most of the priests that indulge in willful conversion activities. It is not everyone, but it is happening. But this issue that happened in Kerala with the Kerala nuns, in Chhattisgarh, I had even tweeted about it. I was very clear in my objective view on it, is that what is happening in this country at this point of time are that there are various sections within religions that are fueling hate towards each other from a religious point of view. So anything small, misunderstood or misinterpreted is considered to be a trigger for something that gets then blown out into proportion. For example, in these particular things, I had very clearly stated that the Kerala nuns would have been indulging in what is considered to be nursing activities. Now, whether they were a part of a conversion activity or not is a matter of investigation. But because the activities of conversions have been by and large known, the Hindu community rightfully will react to whatever information has been provided to them or whatever perception they have carried with themselves. In much the same way, post that, the Christian community is reacting with the thought process that Christians are in danger. In reality, one case here or another case there is not a reflection of the Hindu-Christian relationships in India. That's point number 3. Point number 4 is, as far as BJP is concerned, BJP's relationship with the voter base in Kerala is proportionate to everyone. The Christian voter base in Kerala turned to the BJP, some of them, in relations, whether political or social, because they were having an immense fear of the love jihad cases that was happening in Kerala.
That's right.
And therefore, many Christian leaders came forth and decided to support the BJP and hope that the BJP at the center and the BJP leaders at the state would provide them that support that was required to counter love jihad in Kerala. And that is a reality. Now comes to the fifth most important truth. India is a nation of respecting everyone's religion. But certain pastors, some priests, have been absolutely wrong in demonizing Hindu faith. I can name out a few of the pastors on your television channel who have mocked Mother India, who have mocked the Hindu religions, who have mocked the Hindu faith, and therefore you are going to create animosity. So this is the situation. It is what comes first, the chicken or the egg. So you have people who will create situation, not necessarily in this case, but others. Then you will have a misunderstanding that takes place by organizations like the Bajrang Dal and the VHP, who may or may not have understood that particular case and have reacted to the general perception around. And therefore, there was a protest. There was some sort of an activity that happened that led to the nuns being put in jail, and then they got bail. So the point is, there are many people who are working to create divisions between the Hindus and the Christians in India. It is my appeal to both communities to understand that at the ground level, while the differences on conversions exist, they have to be worked out mutually and legally by both communities.
No, that's all right. You're absolutely right. You're making fantastic and pertinent points. I'm trying to understand from the point of view of the viewers with what they've been seeing taking place, happening in Odisha, in, of course, Chhattisgarh as well. Does it hurt the BJP's, political future in the state of Kerala? Let's decode that as well. Rahul Ishwar, how about you come in on that? How do you look at this? What is your assessment? And whether this is going to be a divine dilemma for the BJP in Kerala?
Three submissions. First, Kerala has one of the oldest Christian communities in the world.
That's right, way older than so many churches in Europe as well.
Yeah, and 400 years before Holy Papacy, Holy Vatican rose in Rome, we had our Christian community. And please remember, this is the oldest Christian community which rightfully acknowledged by BJP senior leader and Central Minister Sri Rajnath Singh when our Christians went to meet him. And Kerala Christians have immensely contributed to our fabric of education, healthcare, and also there is a deep respect for all Christian communities in Kerala. Second point, please let's remember people like Jyoti Sharma. I am a Hindu right-wing activist, but people like Jyoti Sharma don't represent any Hindus. Jyoti Sharma and her group went on to threaten the young girls with rape and abused them, and they are on record. These girls are on record saying that we have been threatened to give complaint against the nuns. So what in the whole world will a person threaten other girls with rape to give false complaints? So please remember, when our MPs went to meet Honorable Amit Shah, our Honorable Home Minister Amit Shah, the BJP and also the BJP State President Sri Rajiv Chandrasekhar went on record to say that the nuns are innocent. This is a fabricated case. This is not anybody else talking. The BJP's Rajiv Chandrasekhar, the state chief, went on record to say that they are innocent. And also Sri Amit Shah to our opposition.
But that's
MPs,
exactly what I'm trying to understand. And Rahul, my apologies for interjecting yet again.
Let us not politicize this. Let us not politicize. Third point, yes, there is an insecurity in Hindu community regarding conversions and mass conversions. It was Mahatma Gandhi who first demanded an anti-forced conversion law. It was a Holy Quran Pandit, our first education minister, Bharatna Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, who wrote to the then Bombay Cardinal Gracious, saying that we should understand our Hindu brothers' concern in conversions, and we Christians and Muslims should, appreciate the sentiments of Hindu community, because Hinduism is not a very organized religion, and conversions and mass conversions can cause panic. There should be a consensus, and please remember, it is less about, I think BJP's state chief Rajiv Chandrasekhar ji put it very well when he said it is not about votes, it is not about anything else. But whenever a Malayali or whenever a Keralite, whenever any human is facing injustice, he, Sean George, Anup, Anthony, who has been very vocal about this issue, they were there along with all the Congress MPs and CPM MPs. We all respect. So this is not a matter of politics. Whether BJP wins or loses is secondary, but justice should be done. and injustice was done to those nuns. Let there be no two ways about it. They are not Pentecostals. And one last reminder, they are not hardline evangelists, they are not Pentecostals, they are mainstream Catholics who has been the backbone of Kerala community. And nobody in Kerala will ever dare accuse them of anything like conversions. So let us be honest about it. There are hardliners and fringe groups in every community.
No,
and
you're
some of the
absolutely right.
Pentecostals have been, indulging in forced conversions. Nobody can say no. But they are mainstream Catholics who has been disrespected. And our Modi ji went to meet Pope Francis, the world-renowned leader, and he was even inviting him to come here. So this is a issue that has really brought hurt to Keralites, especially Malayali Christians, and I hope the national leadership will take equal measures to assuage that pain and heal the wounds.
Well, not politicizing the issue per se, Rahul, but do need to talk about the political implications of what it is going to, lead out to. Of course, we need good sense to prevail, and of course, justice to be meted out to those nuns wherever injustice was, carried out. We've seen the visuals ourselves. How they were treated, how they were, their clothes were snatched, their phones were snatched, the kind of abuses that were hurled at them. With us on the broadcast is also a Congress spokesperson from Kerala, Professor Ronnie K. Baby. The Congress party certainly has taken a moral high stand over here. They think they're better than everybody else, at least when it comes to the treatment of the Kerala nuns and the priests in other BJP ruled states. How's the Congress party now looking at this? Because the BJP hasn't really opened its account, but the vote share, when you look at the Lok Sabha, when you look at the assembly elections as well, it's going up. So this time around, do you think the BJP is going to be able to open its account? Where is the Congress party stand on this front?
For a long time, BJP is trying to woo Christian voters in Kerala in favor of them. They know that only with the support of the Christians that they can come to power, or at least they can win some seats in Kerala. For that, what they are doing, or for what they are doing for all these years, they are doing a negative campaign, not a positive campaign. They were trying to create a rift between two minority communities in Kerala, Christians and Muslims. They cooked up stories, fake stories, like love jihad, Kerala story, etc. They are making a negative campaign, a very false campaign among the Christian community that the Muslims are the eventual threat for your existence. So, to defeat the Muslims or to corner the Muslims, all the Christians in Kerala should support the BJP. Well, that is what their campaign all these years. We are trying our best, we are trying our level best to expose the BJP's ideology. That is, in their ideology, BJP's ideology, there is no space for minorities, especially to Christians or Muslims. Now they are going towards the Christians. That's not genuine. They just want to get the Christian voters to come to power, that's all. After they come to power, what they are doing to the Muslims, they will do to the Christians. That's what we are campaigning in Kerala. Now, what the things we have raised has been come to true now. The BJP ruling states, either in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh, or in Orissa, we have seen over the last 3-4 months frequent incidents of attacks against the Christian nuns, Christian priests in the name of anti-conversion. We strongly believe, not only we, the KCBC, the official platform of Catholic community in Kerala, they have expressed a strong reaction against the kind of dirty politics that BJP is doing in the BJP ruling state. They are saying that it is in the name of anti-conversion. We can say, see, if the Christians in outside Kerala, if the Christian nuns or bishops or priests, if they are doing conversion, the percentage of the Christian votes, it is coming down, you see. At the time of independence, there were 2.4% of Christians in North India. Now it is coming down to, as per the 2011 census, it is coming down to 2.3%. So the Christian population in North India is increasing. Then where is the allegation of conversion?
All right, Mr. Shada, we can clearly see you jotting down some points. Your rejoinder, sir?
See, he talked about conspiracy of BJP. Yogi Commission was appointed by the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister, who was a Congress person, and that is where anti-conversion rules started. Secondly, he talked of love jihad being fictitious, it is hateful propaganda. I have on my YouTube an interview with 2 Christian clerics, both from different denominations of church, who have clearly stated 3,000 girls, not exact figure, could be more, documented, who were converted from Christianity to Islam, who disappeared, and they did a thorough survey, and this is the figure they came up with. Now, if you are going to doubt that also, I don't know what to do about it, because that is Christian clerics talking about that. Thirdly,
Even the
he
central
said what
government,
they
the
have done to
BJP government,
Muslims.
Home Ministry gave an
In
affidavit
this
in
debate,
Supreme Court that there
this
is
is
no
not,
love jihad. There is no
we
love jihad
don't,
in India.
we don't shout at each other in this debate, right? What I'm saying is recorded by Christians, recorded by clerics. Are you saying 3,000 girls willingly disappeared from Kerala scene and then they were to be traced back? I'm sorry, this is not the truth. Because they have also gone to IRS. Many have been caught, converted, have been becoming, exploited by the ISI. So don't talk about that. He said, what have they done for Muslims? What BJP has not done for the Muslims, by the way? You think that somebody who breaks law should have a special privilege because he's from a minority, she's from a minority? Everybody is being dealt with the same by Yogi government. That is what you're indicating it. Where even Hindus are not being spared. They've also been encountered. They've also been put to jail. So to say Muslims are doing it, if there is a majority of Muslims in the criminal world, you have to find the answer why under secular governments in UP for last 70 years till Yogi came on to rule, why their situation is so bad? Why situation of Muslims is very bad in West Bengal, where 30 years of communism, then 20 years of TMC, etc., and earlier Congress, why Muslims are still the most backward question that you have to answer. So, my point is that if you are somebody is doing conversion in a voluntary manner, I understand, but to do it with these kind of methods, and there are isolated criminal cases, no doubt. They should have treated as criminal cases rather than making it a mass movement that every Oromo, oh my God, everywhere Christians are being killed, Christians are being sidelined, Christians are being persecuted. As I said, you said Christian population gone down during secular rules. They don't change overnight. Punjab, it has gone up. Please go if you have got courage. Go and check the condition how these superstitious sabhas have been able to convert lakhs of people in Punjab. Go and check the real numbers if you have got guts. And it's your governments or the secular governments who are there in the rule. How does it happen? So instead of saying that please do not do this fraud, do superstition wrongs to be used, misused by these people, you are saying no, they are being persecuted. I am saying do not treat criminal cases as political weapons and take up processions to show that Christians are in a very bad shape all over India. I'm sorry to say that's not the truth.
All right. Savio, let's try and understand this from a different, prism. And understand the fundamental contradiction that people are talking about. We have the Northeast example where, beef consumption became a little bit of a flashpoint as well, a part of their cuisine. When we're talking about the RSS being the mothership of the BJP, is there enough elbow room for the BJP to, when they're trying to approach their non-traditional areas, their expansion in non-traditional areas, just like, Kerala, is there flexibility? Is there elbow room vis-a-vis the RSS's core ideologies with what we're seeing right now? And love jihad, forceful conversion, all of these aspects to be taken into account as well.
Well, I can tell you one thing for certain, that any political party which does not understand the religious demographics of India and focuses on just one religious demography, it is obviously going to have a very flawed plan. Having said that, the most important issue out here is, are Christians in danger in India? I am an Indian Christian. I do support the BJP. I am a part of the BJP. And let me tell you very honestly, I don't think me or my family live in danger. I come from Goa. We have Christian MLAs within the BJP. We have Christian MLAs that have performed in the BJP. We have Christian MLAs in the Northeast as well. We have political leaders in the Northeast. The point is, the attempt is to always bring religion into the divisive politics of political leaders that want to divide India on religion and caste. Now, this gentleman from the Congress who articulately expressed himself completely ignored the fact that it were the senior clerical leaders like the bishops that raised the alarm of love jihad in Kerala. It was not in the Hindu community, people.
No, you're right. And that was the big Muslim. That was a success for the BJP.
It was the bishop that raised the. No, it was not a success. Please, let's understand this. BJP does not look at success. And neither do I think most of Congress, other than their support to the minority,
the political party will look at success. The political party will look at vote bank and success. Why wouldn't it?
I don't agree with. I'm sorry, Kabir, I don't agree with it. There is no success with either the minority or the majority suffering in India because of a religious conflict. India, because of its ethos, its Sanatan Dharma beliefs, is actually a nation that is approval of everybody's religion, and even those who don't believe in a religion. That's the reality of this country. But yes, there are certain sections within each of the religious factions that want to create a division and show minorities in danger or majority as the oppressors.
All right, pertinent point. I've completely run out of time here. Last 20 seconds that I have left. Rahul, would you like to make a sum up point?
Just a balanced two submissions. One, there needs to be some kind of an anti-forced conversion law on the template of Mahatma Gandhi, because then it will be inclusive for both. Second, our Christian community, mainstream Christian community, is a backbone of our nation. They have not been indulging in such kind of fraudulent conversions. Yes, there are hardline, I won't even use the word evangelical. There are hardline, some Pentecostal groups who have done that. But these are mainstream Christians. Let us respect them.
Well, we're going to leave it there, gentlemen. Many thanks for joining us here on In Your Interest. The idea was to understand whether this hits BJP's expansion plans or not, and I think time will surely tell. Lok Sabha and Assembly figures do tell us there is a slight uptick, but with these cases coming in one state where you're trying to woo the Christian community, and the other one you're trying to mock them with cartoons and put them in jail as well, how will this fare really? We'll have to wait and find out. Many thanks to all my panelists here, Professor Ronnie K. Baby, Ratan Sharda, Savi Rodriguez, and Rahul Ishwar. We're going to slip into a quick commercial breather here. Top developments right on the other side.
व्यू मस्त है और चाय भी